Leaks and shadows around the next Tomb Raider.
And mod fans take it to Take-Two.
This is Screenplay Daily News.
It's Tuesday the 20th of June, I'm Nick.
And I'm Steph, and here's what we deemed newsworthy. Square Enix is having a tough time keeping their next Tomb Raider game under wraps. Following a sneaky snap of a laptop by a fellow commuter in Montreal last year, revealing the game's name to be Shadow of the Tomb Raider, this week a marketing company by the name of Takeoff uploaded a series of design mock-ups to their website. The images show a series of logo options and art proposals.
Oh, take off! You better take off. This is 100% real because all these pictures have been taken off the website now.
Yeah, totally. And there was no announcement of Shadow of the Tomb Raider or any Tomb Raider game at E3 this year.
Yeah.
But I feel like now the wind has well and truly been taken out of their sails for any announcement plans they had, planned.
I hate how the internet loves to just ruin things.
Yeah, but I also feel like in this day and age, you gotta be like a super spy with stuff. They used to have like debug consoles for games that they would give reviewers.
Yeah,
Do you remember those?
Yeah.
And I'd have to carry it around in like a big spy.
Like a handcuff to you as well.
Yeah, like a silver case and stuff. So if I had to go anywhere after work, I had to lug this console around in a giant case and if everyone was like, do you want me to put that in the cloakroom for you? I was like, no!
Maybe they just need to be told, by the way, this game is really anticipated. Don't look at this shit on the subway.
Yeah.
I think so for sure. The one interesting thing about the new pictures that got revealed is that the concept art is super comic booky. Like the style of the drawings and everything of her in her positions and sort of like doing some action scenes and that sort of thing. She's drawn like a comic book, and I would have expected it would be more true to how the character looks now in the games.
Yeah, I think that's just because for design mock-ups, comic book styles is a little bit more efficient to draw.
Yeah, right.
Rather than going to the effort of like fully rendered like crazy artwork. But I mean, are you sort of saying that the next game could be like cell shaded?
I would love that for sure.
Really?
No, yeah. No, actually, wait, no, think about it. No, I would not. No, I totally like the games as they are. No, I just go like, oh, it's interesting because it just adds a different sort of like, it adds a different energy to something.
Sure.
Like you put that in a pitch doc and you're like, oh wow, look at her. She's sort of like, some of the movements are a bit larger than life and that sort of thing. And then you see the game and you're like, oh, it's just like photorealistic. I mean, I would totally feel like that if I was going to invest in a video game. Moving on now, and if there's one thing every game developer should know, it's do not piss off your modding community. GTA 5 has been slammed on Steam, with the best-selling game's recent reviews now standing at overwhelmingly negative and their overall review sitting on mixed. This comes after parent company Take-Two issued a cease and desist letter to popular modding tool Open4 after their mods interfered with GTA Online. So I actually love modding single player games.
Right.
So I mod The Witcher a heap, Fallout a heap, bit of GTA. And then the single player stuff is really good. The problem here is that the mod sort of like transferred over to online as well. So this Open4 tool meant that you could start putting hacks into the online game where you could get unlimited money, you could kick players out of the game and all that sort of stuff. And so Take-Two went, no, we can't have any of that. Which to me, I feel is totally reasonable, right?
Yeah.
But the reaction has just been mammoth.
I mean, on one hand, I get it because the community can feel like their freedom of creativity is being taken away from them.
Yep.
And all of that kind of community around a game of building a new way to enjoy the experience is really great, and I'm really for that. But I think once you're taking that online and you can just kick players out of an online experience when they're trying to enjoy the game as well, then yeah, you can't have that.
I'm 100% pro nude Franklin mods, and I'm 100% against kicking players out. But I just feel like you saw this with Bethesda when they made changes to their mod system a few years ago and the outcry was just enormous. What do you think about the fact that at the time of recording, 42,000 recent reviews have put GTA 5 at overwhelmingly negative on Steam? Not that GTA needs the help right now, but is it right that a vocal community like that can have such a negative influence on like the perception of a game?
It's classic gamer response, isn't it?
It's so terrible.
So terrible.
Just stick to keeping Franklin nude.
It's one of the most amazing games ever made, and then, they're basically saying we want to be able to keep the online space reasonably fair for everyone, and then everyone gives them shit for it. It's not fair.
And I think the problem was that Take-Two kind of just issued this cease and desist and said, no, you're not allowed to use this tool anymore. And a bunch of people went, hey, we use this for single player as well. Rockstar have since come out and gone, we're trying to find out a solution so that you can allow single player mods and it's not just, you know, it will only affect the online one. But the other thing that happened, which I think is really cool, is that since this, they've also kicked a few of the bad mods out of the online space. Mods like Force Hacks, which is the one where you can kick people out of the game and that sort of thing. What they've done is they've banned those mods and somehow have convinced the modders who were running it to donate the proceeds of the money they were making from that to charity. So they're canceling the mod and they're donating money to charity. The makers of Force Hacks, which cost like $20 a month to subscribe to, issued a statement saying, after discussions with Take-Two Interactive, effective immediately, we are ceasing all maintenance, development, and distribution of Force Hacks cheat menu services. We will be donating our proceeds to charity, and we apologize for any and all problems Force Hack services have caused the Grand Theft Auto online community. I mean, so whatever they whispered in their ear must have scared the hell out of them.
Well, moving on, let's talk about the Switch because a few interesting tidbits popped up overnight. First off, it was revealed that Breath of the Wild's upcoming hard mode will operate as a parallel game save, so it won't overwrite your so-called normal game.
So that's good news, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to help you if your Switch bricks though, because then you'll lose both saves and there's no cloud storage.
Okay, that's bad news now.
We need cloud storage.
Reggie Fils-Aimé also revealed why they chose to use the mobile phone as the way you voice chat on the Switch, because it's been a really weird choice to make using the phone as the voice comms. He came out and said, we actually think the phone is going to deliver a better, more robust execution in terms of the APIs that we can build into the app, the fact that the phones are ubiquitous, the fact that it allows us to do more rapid improvements and updates to the service. That's why we think phone execution is going to be better for the consumer. But you know what else is ubiquitous with Switch owners? Owning a Switch! Just put it in the Switch! Everyone who needs to switch voice app has a Switch!
Also, game developer Fuse are going to release a Switch game that teaches players how to make Switch games. So I think this is great because if there's one thing that gives longevity to a game, especially a game that's aimed at kids, it's any kind of creation tool. Kids love having the opportunity to make their own kind of experience in a video game. Yeah. So this aims to teach kids code via Fuse, a modified form of BASIC called Fuse Basic, and thus will require a bit of typing with an on-screen keyboard or a kind of Switch compatible keyboard, which is cool.
And it's one of those things where like parents are more likely to let you hang out on your Switch more because you're actually learning something in the process.
But it also gives kids the opportunity to learn some basic game developing functions, which I think is amazing.
Totally. Maybe one of those kids could make a voice chat app for the Switch. In other headlines,
a job listing on Blizzard's website has brought up fresh rumors that the studio is set to remaster two more classics, Warcraft 3 and Diablo 2. The listing for a senior software engineer role specifically mentions Warcraft 3 and Diablo 2 and boldly states, "We're restoring them to glory." Blizzard has been using that terminology in job listings for over a year now, but with the StarCraft remaster due any minute, we all hope this job is for another restoration project.
Meanwhile, Halo fans are stuck in cryo while 343 Industries holds off on a Halo 6 reveal. The studio has said that they won't be discussing the series' next major installment for, quote, quite some time, and that we definitely won't hear anything before September.
And finally, old school Nintendo fans will get a kick out of 8-Bit Do's Super Nintendo and Famicom themed controllers for the Switch. They've got built-in USB-C, rumble, and motion controls, and because they're Bluetooth, they'll connect to PCs and mobile devices as well.
And here's what's happening on other screens. Stranger Things producer Sean Levy has reaffirmed that everyone's favorite character Barb will not be returning in season 2 because, spoilers, she's dead, guys! That puts countless fan theories to rest. The Barb thing was the most annoying thing about Stranger Things. I get that it was weird that she disappeared. She died. We saw her dead. She got dragged into the pool thing or whatever. Barb's dead.
I know, but I'm one of those people where I'm like, it was just so unjust and she was such a cool, unique character. Like, why kill her off? So then I was clinging to the hope that maybe she didn't die.
I hope they bring her back for a second season just to kill her off again.
Like, I saw her dead body.
I want to see it again.
I saw her, like, bloated face.
Bloat her up again.
And I still wanted her to be alive somehow because we don't know what happens in the underplace?
The upside down.
The Godzilla sequel is now in production, and a press release sent out today reveals that he's going to have his hands full for the next installment. The King of the Monsters will face off against Mothra, Rodan, and King Ghidorah, the three-headed dragon. Well, that sure sounds like it'll be a coherent, impactful experience.
Hopefully one of them kills Barb. All right, that's it for today's news, my friends. Make sure you check out our YouTube channel this afternoon,
where I chat to Nolan North and test his memory.
We're about to go. Okay, we're ready? Everyone's set places? And I went, what? What the hell's my line?
You can follow Screenplay in all of these places. Details are in the description below.
And you can follow Lawrence at LawrenceWantsIn. He's very excited about having a Twitter account. I'm Nick.
And I'm Steph.
And we'll see you every weekday for the rest of your lives.
Today we're going out with this video of some volatile car physics from PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
This is all totally normal.
This is a common thing with cars in the game. Whoa!
How did it enter the other car? This is what I always get confused about, like, how does it suddenly start flying in the air?
Whoa!
I mean, at least they're having fun. Oh no.
Dude.
Oh, they were the first ones to die. Oh,
Dong Dunker.
poor Dong Dunker. They didn't deserve that.
It's Monday the 19th of June, and here's what you can soon play. It's a jam-packed June 20th led by a couple of big expansions.